content for today. Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right. Today, we're going to do a case study on a network marketing company that is going through some drama right now. And we're talking about LuLaRoe. Now, I've seen LuLaRoe. I haven't seen them lately, I'll tell you that. But I've, seen LuLaRoe. I've known several consultants for LuLaRoe. But right now, this company is in trouble. But what I want to talk to you about is a series of bad decisions from the consultant side. And I want to talk about that. And it's really important because when we talk about the IRS disallowing expenses and all of that, some of the things with the stories that are being told in this article are things that the IRS looks at that can get you in trouble. So this article comes from the Business Insider, and it was just from last week. I want to say it's like November 20th, 21st, or whatever. So this is a very good article because it details a lot of the things that have gone wrong. But I want to talk about it again from the consultant side because, see, that's where, when everybody goes in, everybody starts at the bottom, unless you walk in with some huge team. Okay, so I went through and highlighted some stuff. Y'all see my highlights and notes and stuff because there are some things that stick out that I want to bring to your attention to help you be a better business owner, okay? Because that's what it's all about. Network marketing already gets a bad name. Network marketing, multi-level marketing has made more millionaires in a little bit, but it's also gotten a lot of people in trouble. So this is not hating on network marketing. Y'all don't go tell nobody. I have to say that because, folks take stuff and run with it and when it's not what I said, okay? So, but it's still a series of bad decisions that can get people in a lot of trouble. So the article starts out that says that LuLaRoe is a multi-level marketing company that generated $2.3 billion in sales in 2017. Now, the question that you have to ask when someone says, well, this company has generated X amount of dollars in sales, to who exactly? Because is it $2.3 billion in sales to the consultants that have bought this stuff and have yet to sell it? Or is this $2.3 billion in sales to actual consumers who purchased the product, loved it, and, and continue to use the product? Okay, so that's number one. Let's see. They talked about, the top earners, but they talked about the people who have been waiting to get their money back for these money back guarantees. This is why it's important for you to read the fine print when it comes down to these money back guarantees with the companies, right? Because see, they say, yeah, it's 100% money back guarantee or a 90% guarantee, but a lot of times you have specific time limits for which you can get that that money back guarantee. So this is why it's important to read the compensation plan, read the rules so that you understand the rules. Okay. Now, it says, blah, blah, blah. Behind the scenes, Stidham, who is the owner of LuLaRoe, Deanne Stidham, she took LuLaRoe's most successful sellers on shopping trips to Versace and Gucci stores. She told them to buy nice cars, buy big houses, and show people what it can be like if we're successful. That's that lifestyle marketing that we're talking about, right? I don't see nothing about savings, nothing about taxes, none of that stuff. Okay? And so it says that sources told Business Insider that they understood her social media posts and advice to LuLaRoe's top leaders as conveying an implicit promise to the company's army of consultants. Ready? Invest enough in LuLaRoe, and Deanne's lifestyle can be yours too. So what people did, all right, is that, blah, blah, blah. Some people did great in LuLaRoe, and that's with any network marketing company, okay? People do great, all right? But thousands of others reach deep, sometimes into debt, in hopes of achieving the same rewards. Now, the first thing I want to address is invest enough. When exactly is enough, right? There's no limit to enough, okay? And so people went into debt. Now, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so then there's this consultant that says she has an entire spare bedroom in her home filled with clothing she can't sell. Okay, I ain't trying to, look, I feel like Mater from Cars, right? I ain't trying to brag or nothing. But in page 17 of my book, what does it say? It says, yes, it is a good practice to have product on hand. It is not a good practice to have more product on hand than you are actually selling. But you have to make that decision, okay? Right? So here's what it says, like people that are trying to get their money back. They've been waiting for months, some more than a year, for refund checks after exiting the business. And basically, they're saying, okay, LuLaRoe don't have the money to pay us back. So with the recruitment effort, okay, that they were promised full-time income for part-time work. You know that whole build your business 15 minutes at a time. Okay. And appeal to three main contingencies: stay-at-home moms, single women, and people with mental and physical disabilities, many of whom had limited mobility. Okay? That's a mess. All right? So it says some successful leaders and team leaders started advertising on social media. People want to know why Facebook is so strict about these ads. Okay? Because they started advertising on social media that they were earning 5-figure bonus checks on a monthly basis selling LuLaRoe, and then interest in the company went bananas, okay? So to start their businesses, these women invested upwards of $5,000 in inventory, okay? So that $5,000 to me is key, because when you have startup costs, your max startup cost deduction is $5,000. Okay? All right. So, here we go. So, as LuLaRoe's top leaders, called mentors, aggressively recruited new sellers, they encouraged them to buy as much inventory as possible. Those leaders were incentivized to do this because for years their bonus checks were in part on how much their teams bought wholesale from LuLaRoe. Now, did I not tell you? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get to this. And I'm going to tell you this, and then, we'll talk about it. If sellers didn't have the money to buy more inventory, leaders in some cases, not everybody, in some cases, encouraged them to take out loans and credit cards for their LuLaRoe businesses. Mentors encouraged people to take out second mortgages. Mentors encourage people to cash out their 401ks or take loans out on their 401ks. Mentors encourage women to sell their breast milk, okay? And then buy everything on low interest rates, on low interest credit cards. This is a quote from a former consultant, you guys, okay? So this is one of the things that the IRS looks at. So when you are in business and they're trying to determine if you are a business or a hobby, all right, one of the things that they look at is, did you get, did you consult with anybody outside of your company? Because see, they don't look at your sponsor is not someone who is going to be considered someone as a good consult, right? Somebody for you to go to for business, because they had a financial interest. These people, these mentors had a financial interest in these other consultants buying products and staying in the company. This is why you can't go to your sponsor. You have to consult with someone who does not have a financial interest in your business. This is one of the questions that the IRS looks at. They ask you, when they're determining this whole business versus hobby thing, what were your marketing efforts? What did you do differently? Did you consult with other people? How much time did you put into trying to sell your goods or services? They look at, these are all the kind of questions that they ask, and all the things that could have gone wrong are going wrong here, okay? Because these consultants are going to their sponsors who they're trusting with their lives, okay? Because really, And sponsors are saying, okay, well, no, you just go ahead and buy some more stuff and you're going to be all right. Well, yeah, because that's going to put more money in the sponsor's pocket. Okay. And I've fallen victim to this stuff too, you guys. I'm not saying that these people, these ladies were dumb by any means. Absolutely not. Because when you are, because you are in network marketing, your sponsor is supposed to be your guide. Your sponsor is supposed to be your leader. And so they're supposed to be able to give you advice that's going to help you, not them. All right. So then there was another person. Now, the other thing that I did not like about this company is that you just got whatever it seemed to be. I was never a consultant with LuLaRoe, but it seemed to be that they just sent you whatever. You didn't get to select the clothing that you wanted to sell. And so this lady says that she kept getting horrible stuff from the warehouse. And she was a military wife, y'all. So y'all know that gave me the ultimate side eye, right? Because, that's my squad. Okay, I take that personally. But anyway, so she spent more than $11,000 of her family's savings. Now, so then again, it is just, at what point do you stop and make a decision for yourself? This is why I wrote this book, you guys, so you can start thinking for yourself and not just following the word of some sponsor who may not have your best interest at heart. You have to be able to make decisions for yourself, because I guarantee you, I bet you this person that spent $11,000 wish she would have stopped at $5,000. Okay? And so then it says that another consultant said she wanted to quit, but felt pressured by her sponsor to press on. Again, when you have someone that is financially invested in what you're doing, they do not make a good advisor. You have to go to someone who is completely outside of what you're doing to look at this whole mess, to say, okay, hey, I don't think this is a good decision for you to make. I think that you need to go and do X, Y, Z. Okay. And I feel very blessed at this point, because I do have clients of mine, because the majority of my clients are home business owners who now come to me first before making decisions about starting a particular company. I feel blessed about that, because I'm saying, okay, hey, look, because I know the history, right? I got the tax returns to say, okay, yeah, this is a good idea. No, this is not a good idea. Yeah, this is a good idea for XYZ reasons. No, this is not a good idea for XYZ reasons. Now, I can't stop you from doing whatever you're doing, right? But I can at least give you some advice. All right, I got to put this in the comments. I don't know how to do this from here, but I'll get this in the comments. Lysandra, go to the phone, girl. Let's do that. And I will, and I'll put the link into the toolbox, and I'll talk about the toolbox, you guys, whatever. Let's get to the content, and I'm going to get this, because y'all need to get this information, and I'll put this out there. Okay. So then LuLaRoe changed its 100% buyback policy to 90%. And then as the article closes out, the owners of LuLaRoe, they're on with their top leaders, and they're saying, okay, well, if you can't sell the stuff, donate the stuff or give it away. So here's the problem with that. So as a business owner, as a home business owner, if you're not a C Corp, you don't have a charitable giving. Okay. That is that basically flows to your Schedule A as an itemized deduction. Well, as of January 1st, 2018, that charitable giving, even though charitable giving is there, unless you exceed your standard deduction, you're not going to get the additional benefit. And that's the thing that people don't know, is that they feel like, okay, well, if I take this from my business, right, and I donate it to this particular charity, then I get to write that off. No, that's not how that works. It is an itemized deduction on your charitable giving on your personal return. So unless you exceed your standard deduction, you don't get an additional benefit. It's a loss to your business. That's what it is. It's just it's a loss to your business. So, so what is oh, wait, there's more. This is the other thing that the lady said, y'all. I just thought this was funny. The owner of LuLaRoe said, don't hang on to your money. She said in a video that encouraged people to buy more inventory and promised exciting things to come. You guys, please do not hang on to vague promises, okay? Hang on to your money before you hang on to somebody's crazy promise. And it says that the leaders were encouraged to show off their wealth on social media using the hashtag because of LuLaRoe. And it also says all the little fish would follow the big sellers like they were celebrities. This is from a former consultant. Okay? The top sellers would show off their lavish lifestyles, which included frequent vacations, personal assistants, and new homes, primarily on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Now, one of the things I tell y'all on Facebook and Instagram, social media period, is number one, don't let your social media betray you, right? Because see, when it comes down to it, see, something like this that's so big, this is going to catch the attention of the IRS, okay? This article, this is going to catch the attention of the IRS. Because see, while you out there getting your life, showing off, right? Because see, what happens is that you get these teams, right? They go and you see them in the mansion. They got the Rolls Royce. They got the Teslas and all that stuff, right? And then they don't tell you that stuff is rented. Okay? So see, like people talk about social media. Your social media will betray you in the fact that the IRS uses your social media too. They go back and see what you're posting about. Like, oh, I see you in this car. Where is this car? Yeah, or Airbnb, right? So, so they're asking questions. When you're looking at, saying that you're making all this money, okay, then the IRS is saying, where is that money? There's something going on here, right? And so this is why I tell you that you don't sit there and put all your business on social media, whether it's true or fake. You just don't. Okay? Because see, it ain't tricking if you got it. So if you all on the up and up, hey, do what you do. Right? But the thing about it is that it's a lifestyle. But I also tell people, like, if I really wanted to, I could be freaking Angela Bassett on Facebook if I really wanted to, right? Because all I got to do is go get me a picture of some Angela Bassett, say my name is Angela Bassett, and all this other stuff. I love me some Angela Bassett, okay? But that's the thing about social media, is that what you're seeing is not always the truth, because you could be seeing a very public dream, but there's a private nightmare that's going on. People, breaking their backs and all of this stuff, trying to live up to an idea that really is not a reality. And when you're doing that, this is what happens on the back end. So when you're going and you're cashing out your 401k, when you're going and you're into debt and all of this, and you're creating all of this loss in your business, and then the IRS comes back and says, no, you don't have a business, you just have an expensive hobby, and we want our tax money back. So now you have compounded failure with tax debt. Okay? So, so this, like I said, this is a case study of a perfect storm. This is a case study of everything that can go wrong in a business. And it's not just network marketing, you guys, okay? Let me be crystal clear on that. It's not just network marketing, but you also have to understand that this happens in any business where you're putting up smoke and mirrors trying to make everything look great when it's not. And so this is why, you guys, this is why I wrote this book. I have my toolbox that's on sale. I've got 5 left. I can't even believe that, okay? Because see, if you're new to business or you don't have bookkeeping structure in place or anything like that, this toolbox is for you. It's $35, you guys, okay? So you get my book, you get a monthly bookkeeping record, And you get a complete business organizer, okay? You also get an envelope for receipts. Keep the darn receipts, you guys. Keep the receipts. Okay, I don't care if it's a paper receipt. I don't care if you get the receipt in the email. Keep the darn receipt. Here's an envelope for that. You get a planner. And it's a great planner, you guys, because again, you got to document your stuff. You got to document your activity, your income producing activities. So it's like if you're saying, okay, I'm not making money, then you can go back in your calendar and see what the world is going on in your business. Because see, you can tell if you're doing stuff and you're not, okay, for real. There is a photo that is actually on my wall, Cassandra. And you also get a pen, and it comes in a good box that you can actually keep in your car. So yeah, that's what. But this, guys, it really broke my heart to read about this. It really broke my heart. But you know what? This is not the first time, right? It really is not the first time. So you have to be careful of, like if you can't use the product to do what you do, then you need to let it go. And it's okay. Like seriously, it's okay. So yeah, that is, so that's it. I had a question. Hold on. I do have a question. It says, what about those businesses that sell how to do deductions? Okay. I actually talked about this in a previous live, but I am going to address it because it's important. So, there is a company that teaches financial education, which I think is great. And it talks about adjusting your W-4. So, one of the things that you have to be careful of is that when you're adjusting your W-4 as an employee, you are, increasing your allowances to have more of your money coming home and available to you instead of getting it back in a tax refund. But changing your W-4 is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's something that you have to review and keep your eye on. Okay. So, one of the things that, one of the reasons that people get into business is because they hear about all of the tax deductions and the tax breaks. Well, when you're first getting started in business, one of the things that happens normally is that you lose money. And you lose money because you're investing in your business and you haven't necessarily sold anything yet. Well, that's why you've got the startup expenses and all of that stuff. Okay, great. And so with that in mind, that might actually produce a refund for you or reduce a liability depending on what your income is, okay? And everybody's going, woohoo! Yes, this is awesome. Yes, great. But the thing about it is that once you start making money, then, and if you still don't have these taxes taken out, and you're not prepared by disciplining yourself to set aside this taxes for money, you're setting aside money for taxes, then you can wind up in tax debt. And I have a client that this happened to. She had a six-figure job, right? And then she went and made money in her network marketing business. Well, then she wound up with a tax debt that she wasn't ready to pay because she was saying, hey, this person told me that if I started this business, that then it would increase my tax refund. And I had to explain to her, no, ma'am, you made X amount of profit. You have to pay self-employment tax on that. Okay? That's how this works. And because you're single with a six-figure income and have no deductions because you didn't own a home, didn't have any kids or anything like that, it puts you in a whole nother tax bracket. And so that increased your taxes. So this is why you build a team, your own financial team that can talk to you about these things because we're not financially involved in this. We're not going to make any money. We're not going to lose money based on what you do with this business. This is why it's important to talk to someone outside of what you're doing that has no financial interest, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your finances. You are responsible for your taxes. Okay, so yeah, so this has been going on. This has been a long one, you guys, but I really hope this has been something that has been insightful for you, that will give you something to think about going into, the next year of your business. To really sit down and look at your numbers, to know how much you are actually investing. If you are working a W-2 job, if you are working a job and you are investing in your business, you are your first investor. And your investor wants a return on their money. This is how you have to be looking at that. Okay? So, all right, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. We went on a long one today, but like I said, I really hope this was helpful and insightful for you and gives you something to chew on, like I said, to look at your business in a whole new light. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.